Got a great show lined up for you on Retiring Well. Going to be talking about 3 changes that happened to Social Security in 2024. Are you aware of all of those? Along with how your retirement plan is like a Sudoku puzzle. So maybe you're used to doing that morning routine of the Sudoku, but what does that look like for retirement? Is AARP membership right for you? And then lastly, what will a $500,000 annuity pay you? So all of this and so much more coming up right here, right now on Retiring Well.
Retiring Well, brought to you by Centennial Wealth Advisory, financial advisors specializing in retirement planning and serving all of Northern Michigan. Retiring Well, helping you plan for a successful and comfortable retirement. Retiring Well, plan to retire well.
You've likely heard at this point, if not, here's the news, is that Social Security is projected to decrease by 17% beginning in 2035. And those numbers have been changing a bit over the last year or two, but that's something you want to be aware of. But along with that, there are some other things that you want to be made aware of that happened in 2024 regarding Social Security. So number one, the pay cap was expanded. If you're a high income earner, this is worth noting. So there's a pay gap for Social Security where they max out what your income is and what you can be putting towards Social Security in retirement. So in 2023, the cap was at $142,800. In 2024, that's up to $147,000. So you're paying Social Security charges then on $4,200 more of income. And along with that, there's a 12.4% expense rate for Social Security. So if you're self-employed, that means you're paying an additional $521 if you meet that pay cap. Or if you're an employee, then you're paying about $260. Number two, the work credits increased. So to qualify for Social Security retirement benefits, you want to collect 40 work credits during your lifetime. And you can procure a limit of 4 credits each year, and the worth of credits can vary from year to year. So in 2023, $1,470 of income got you 1 work credit. In 2024, it takes $1,510 to get a credit. So it may not hurt you if you're a regular employee that's working year-round, but for those individuals that are more temporary laborers, I think of maybe some of the college students that are working a bit in the summer months, that's something to be paying attention to as far as starting to build those Social Security credits. Number 3, Medicare Part B expenses increase. So one could argue that that Medicare is separate from Social Security. However, it impacts retirees on Social Security and Medicare. So people will have their Part B Medicare premiums automatically deducted from their Social Security. And in 2023, the standard monthly Part B premium was $164.90. Now, in 2024, it's $174.70, so almost a $10 a month increase. Now, along with that, you did see a cost of living adjustment of 3.2% on your total Social Security income, but it again comes with some higher costs that you're now experiencing. And it's when we talk about Social Security, it's just important to stay informed. Going back to the earlier comment about how in 2035 it's estimated your Social Security retirement benefits could decrease by upwards of 17%. That could be a significant impact on your overall retirement income plan. I'd encourage you to go set up online access at ssa.gov so you can view your benefits. And if you were previously registered and they're implementing this change that's coming up here in the latter part of 2024, where you have to have now a login.gov or an id.me online access in order to then view your Social Security information. Along with that, once you do get into Social Security, I encourage you to double check the wages that they've been reporting year by year. We've had clients where there's been mistakes made, as you may imagine, that they were reporting a different income than what the client thought that they earned in that year, and that's where you can go back and review the tax return and potentially then bump up what that income should have been reported as, which would have a long-term impact on Social Security. Here at Centennial Wealth Advisory, we see Social Security as a key piece to your overall retirement plan. And it's not only just going to impact what your income is, but then how Social Security can impact what your taxation looks like. So there's different factors there that you want to be taking into consideration, especially if for a married couple, to determine between the two of you when to draw Social Security can be so vital. And we're unsure necessarily of what's going to happen over this next decade, but it is one where we encourage you to give us a call. We'd be happy to sit down and help map out a long-term income plan.
Every success story starts with a plan. The success of your retirement depends on a solid financial plan. If you are nearing retirement or already retired, we invite you to an informative live event to help you plan to retire well. There is no cost and no obligation, and dinner is on us. We are Centennial Wealth Advisory, financial professionals, specializing in retirement planning and serving all of northern Michigan, with offices in Traverse City, Gaylord, Petoskey, and Cadillac. Our presentation will address pressing questions such as, how will the presidential election impact my investments? What can I do to protect against inflation in retirement? Am I tax diversified? How can I maximize my Social Security benefits? Will my assets be properly protected when I pass away? And much more. Call 888-608-5825 or register online and choose the date and location that works best for you. Tuesday, September 10th at Boone's Long Lake Inn in Traverse City. Thursday, September 12th at Treetops Hunter's Grill in Gaylord. Tuesday, September 17th at Lakeside Charlie's in Cadillac. Tuesday, September 17th at JJ's Event Center in Alpena. Wednesday, September 18th at Perry Hotel in Petoskey. Or Thursday, September 19th at Boone's Long Lake Inn in Traverse City. The live event starts at 6:30 p.m. and is free to attend with a complimentary gourmet dinner to follow. But seating is limited and tends to fill quickly. Call 888-608-5825 or register online to reserve your seats today. Don't miss this important live event to help you plan to retire well.
It's your retirement. How will you live it? How will you be remembered?
Will you be able to take me on vacation?
Will you be there for my ball games?
Will you teach me your values? You'll be able to play with me.
Oh, help me go to college. How will I remember you?
Have the retirement you dream about. Contact us today.
At Centennial Wealth Advisory, we take a holistic approach to your retirement planning. So it's not just looking at what your investments are, but what is that long-term income plan for the next 30, 40 years of your retirement? What about taxes and what role they play in your retirement plan? Estate planning, what about life insurance, health insurance planning, all key areas to consider when looking at your retirement. So please visit our website or call the number on the screen. We'd love the opportunity to sit down with you for a no-cost, no-obligation visit.
Hey, welcome to this segment on Sudoku and how it applies to your retirement planning. You know, as I sit in our seats here at Centennial Wealth, we get to see puzzles come all of the time, and we have to try to coordinate those puzzles, solve, sometimes easy and sometimes really difficult puzzles. Is the best part of our job. And so as I've been doing that over the last few years, this analogy has come to mind, and I want to try to just have a little fun with it. So the game Sudoku, all right? Basically, your job is to fill in the numbers from 1 to 9 across and down. And then in this little box right here, you have to make sure you don't repeat any of the numbers. So you need to see 1 through 9 in that box for all of those. There's extreme difficult problems for Sudoku, and then there's easy ones. There's actually, let's see, 6.67 sextrillion different puzzles. That's more than there are the number of stars in our galaxy. And why do I use that as an example? Well, your plan is completely individualized if you really break it down. There are so many different options when people come across. You know, the framework is the same, but if you start looking at income planning, expenses, what their cash flow is, assets, what their risk is, tax bracket, healthcare planning, life and long-term care plans, legacy plans, what are they trying to accomplish? You can see that it's pretty quick that everybody does have their own very unique puzzle. You know, playing this game has been proven to help your mind acuity and strength, okay? Because it's helped to, you know, research says it might help delay any kind of dementia because you have to look at the puzzle from multiple directions and you want to be 2 or 3 steps ahead. Well, that's retirement planning done right. You know, too many times we see financial advisors that they'll just focus on one asset column, okay? And they'll only be worried about the asset and the risk. And they don't coordinate a plan. In doing so, they miss a lot of opportunities. So here's just a quick little example. It might be overwhelming. And so if it is, listen, you can watch this video over and over and over again. You can just go to youtube.com/retiringwell. You can either do the puzzle or you can try to catch up to what I'm trying to get your way. All right, so we're gonna use an example of a retired couple. They're married and they're each 63 years old. Their income from 2 Social Securities and a pension is $100,000 a year. They're in their go-go years, so they want to be spending about $150,000 a year. So that puts their cash flow at a negative $50K a year. Well, they've saved up about $1 million. They have some IRA, non-qualified, just a little bit of Roth. There's a program that tells you you can actually quantify your risk of your portfolio from 1 to 100. Their risk score came back at 80. What that is going to do is they're just pulling $50,000 from their IRA, and so that's going to put them into the 22% tax bracket. Because they're not 65, that means they're going to be on healthcare marketplace. But they might, in this example, qualify for a tax subsidy of about $10.8 thousand a year to help pay for that healthcare plan. In this situation, they had no long-term care plan or life insurance, even though they were healthy and could potentially have that. And then we look at what the withdrawal rate is for their legacy. Are they going to run out of money or not? So if you take 50,000 divided by $1 million, maybe that's a 5% withdrawal rate. Now you want to play into inflation to just make sure that you keep an eye on that. So here's one way we see this stuff all the time, and then we might say, okay, well, here's some other ideas for you. And again, these are very general numbers just to kind of prove the point. Hey, we still have $100,000 of income. In this case, they want to be spending $150K a year. So it's $50K that they are going to be taking. But in this case, instead of taking it all from the IRA, maybe they're going to take some from the IRA and the other from their non-qualified or Roth. By doing that, okay, then that's going to help in their tax bracket. It's going to go from 22% down to 12% because we're not taking everything from the tax deferred account. The other assessment that we do is, do we really need that much risk to make this plan work? Well, in this case, with the independentness that we have here at Centennial Wealth, is that we can search all the different investment options. So in this case, we were able to reduce some risk. Their health care, because their taxable income was down, now is going to increase to potentially have a tax subsidy of just under $13,000 a year. We're also able to put a plan for their long-term care in place, and their legacy will keep at that 5% withdrawal rate. It's just done in a much more predictable way. So I know this is a lot coming your way, and it's something that we love to do. So please feel free to reach out for your free, no obligation opportunity to sit down and plan to retire well.
Every success story starts with a plan. If you are nearing retirement or already retired, we invite you to an informative live event to help you plan to retire well. Our presentation will address pressing questions such as, how will the presidential election impact my investments? What can I do to protect against inflation in retirement? Am I tax diversified? How can I maximize my Social Security benefits? Will my assets be properly protected when I pass away? And much more. Call 888-608-5825 or register online and choose the date and location that works best for you. The live event starts at 6:30 p.m. and is free to attend with a complimentary gourmet dinner to follow. But seating is limited and tends to fill quickly. Call 888-608-5825 or register online to reserve your seats today. Don't miss this important live event to help you plan to retire well.
57% of employees say that finances are the top cause of stress in their lives. This is one of many findings from a PwC survey. Human resources managers and business owners, we will partner with you to help your employees. At Centennial Wealth Advisory, we focus on education and the health of the whole person. We offer a complimentary financial wellness workshop with food provided for your team. We all want our employees to be productive at work, but most importantly, we want them to flourish in every area of their life.
Living life isn't always easy. It puts up challenges and obstacles you'll have to overcome. There are responsibilities. You put in effort to provide and take care of your family, and to save and invest, to balance work and life. Planning is the first step to succeeding. Plan to retire well.
Is joining AARP right for you? First, let's step back, understand what is it, what are some of the benefits out there, and some of the things to consider. First, AARP stands for the American Associations of Retired Persons. So it's been around, you've probably heard of that for many years. I know people have joked about, oh, I finally was able to get my card, stuff like that. So currently, there is a $12 annual membership fee to join if you elect to have automatic renewals, $15 if you don't. Anyone that's actually 18 years of age or older can actually apply and join. I thought that was interesting, but for the most part, it's catering to individuals 50 and over, where they're looking at things like lifestyle, health, finances, travel, and it's really what they say is they're designed with helping basically some of the nation's biggest population out there live and age well. So they're the largest nonprofit, nonpartisan group out there currently dedicated to serving this 50+ community. Now, what are some of the things that comes along with a membership of that? One, obviously you're able to access some of these discount programs they have. They have numerous discount programs and arrangements with retailers, with restaurants, travel things, rental car agencies, many different things out there. I encourage you, there's a 33-page member guide. You can go on the AARP.org website and download this guide. In there, they give a description of all the different benefits that may or may not be pertinent to you, and it does a nice job of outlining those and giving what's participating and what's not. So if you go on their website, you can download that benefit guide. It's free, there's no charge, and you can have that and look through that. I would encourage you to do that. Is again, if it's pertinent or going to be helpful to you, it's probably going to depend on some of the things they've made arrangements with. If you don't eat at the restaurants that they've partnered with, well, having discounts of those aren't going to do you any good, right? So again, you're going to pay that $12 annual fee. For some individuals that are out there, they rave about it. They talk about how it saves them money. You know, if you're going to some of these restaurants on a regular basis, some of these discounts are somewhere between 5 and 15% off your total bill. Obviously, you could get back your $12 in a fairly big hurry from coming with that. Some of these rental car places, if you're traveling and renting a car often, some of the, I'll call them health sort of situation, there's different discount programs when it comes to that. So again, is it best or is it right for you? That's to be determined. Every individual is going to have sort of that things. But what it also does when I think about is AARP right for you or for me or for anybody out there, there's a lot of different organizations or other membership things you can join that may be just as good or better for you depending upon what your needs and desires are. Think of basically like pharmaceutical or medicine discount programs. There's numerous ones out there, and I'm not going to get into listing each individual one specifically because there's so many different ones. But some of you that are on maybe some medicines and stuff that are challenging or expensive, that insurance may be not covering all of it, seek some of these out. Look through these. It's amazing what some of these discount programs can do and help you with offset some of those costs of insurances. Another thing that, you know, and kind of thinking of different things out there is like a lifetime national parks pass. As you get to a certain age, you're able to buy a lifetime pass you only pay one time for, and that currently is only $80, and you have a lifetime national parks pass. So if that's on your bucket list of things to do is explore, another great thing that as a senior is available to. Other, like Amazon Prime has their own senior discount. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you can get a discounted rate on your Prime membership. Silver Sneakers, you've probably heard of that. Those are some discounted gym or free gym memberships with different partnerships. And there's many, many like different restaurant discount programs out there, or you'll just see many restaurants even have a menu specific for seniors to offer those discounts. So as we age and as our interests change and our hobbies change and we're into different things, seek some of this stuff out. Today you're home some night and you're playing around online, start searching some of these discount programs out there beyond just AARP to learn if there's something out there for you that can help you do this. Remember, we want you to help to plan to retire well. That includes your finances, that includes maximizing Social Security, paying as little as possible in taxes, and having a good, sound retirement plan. But we also want to be smart and take advantage of these savings that are out there and available to you as a retired person here in the United States.
If you are nearing retirement or already retired, we invite you to an informative live event to help you plan to retire well. Call 888-608-5825 or register online and choose the date and location that works best for you. The live event starts at 6:30 p.m. and is free to attend with a complimentary gourmet dinner to follow. But seating is limited and tends to fill quickly. Call 888-608-5825 or register online to reserve your seats today. If you like watching Retiring Well, make sure to go to youtube.com/retiringwell and click the subscribe button to never miss any of our TV shows and other informative videos.
What will a $500,000 annuity pay me annually? It's a great question, and with interest rates being so high, it's a question you should be asking yourself right now. You know, interest rates are high, yes, and it might not be good if you're in the market for a new home, right? That 30-year mortgage rate kind of hovering close to 8%. Historically, that's pretty high, right? But, you know, with interest rates being so high, these no market investment tools that are out there, are paying a little bit better. So that could be your high yield savings account. It's got that higher interest rate. Money market accounts, CDs. CDs right now, I can get you a 1-year CD in 2023 that's close to 5.5%, okay? And with those higher interest rates, that also means that annuities are paying a little bit better as well. So let's start by diving in and answering this question, what will that 500K annuity pay me annually, by talking about an annuity that has a lifetime income component, okay? So yes, rates are high, so the rates that the annuity companies are going to pay are a little bit higher, but that rate that they pay you is based on a lot of different factors, not just interest rates. So one of the factors that the annuity or insurance companies use to determine annuity payouts is your age. So if you are on the younger side, the payout that you're going to get annually from this annuity is going to be a little bit less than if you were on the older side. So let's say you're 60 years old and you sign up for this annuity. Well, your payment is going to be less than if you waited until age 65 to sign up for this annuity. Reason being is it's all based on how long the insurance companies think you're going to live, right? If you're on the younger side, you've got a longer life expectancy, so that insurance company is going to assume, well, they're going to pay out that lifetime income a little bit longer than if you had waited until age 65. Another factor that plays a role into how much you can expect to receive annually from that annuity is what type of income you structure that annuity for. You could have an individual payout or a joint payout. So with an individual payout, that lifetime income is then just based on your individual lifetime, okay? So if you have an individual lifetime income, that's going to be a higher payout than if you were to base your income off of a joint payout. So let's say that you're married and you want that lifetime income to continue regardless if one of you passes away, so that the other can continue it on. Okay, well, the insurance company looks at that and they say, okay, well, what's the likelihood of both of them living a long life? Well, probably one of them would, right? So the payout, if you have a joint lifetime income, is going to be a little bit less than if you had just an individual lifetime income payout. And then one more factor that plays a big role in determining how long or how much that annuity payment is going to be is whether or not you start the income right away or if you defer it down the road. So if you start the income right away, that payout's going to be a little bit less than if you were to start that income, 1, 2, 3 years down the road. I had a recent client where he retired, he got a 2-year severance package, meaning that he had his salary for 2 years when he retired, and so, but he still wanted that income annuity. So we deferred his income out for after those 2 years and got him a higher payout by doing that. And again, it all boils down to life expectancy and so forth. The insurance companies have their actuarial scientists looking at all of this to determine what makes the most sense for that insurance company and their clients. So let's crunch some numbers here. Let's put a scenario to the road. Let's say that you're 65, you just want single lifetime income. You're going to defer that income for 1 year down the road, okay? What is that $500,000 going to pay you right now in 2023? Well, here at Centennial Wealth, we're independent advisors. So we shop around, we find the best products that are out there on the market. And the best rate that we can find right now is paying 6.65%. And it has a 10% bonus on the income benefit base. So if you put $500K into that annuity, you get a 10% bonus. So that would bump it up to $550,000, and that would be your income benefit base. And 6.65% on that $550,000 would pay you just about $36,000 annually for the rest of your life. So that's just one example. There's so many different annuity products that are out there. Please, if you have any questions on annuities or how to structure an annuity that might fit your needs the best, please don't hesitate to reach out and give us a call.